there were 35,000 hardcore enthusiasts at the Bitcoin conference, and that's only the ones that went. So I don't know, you guys. This is where we're going to fall back. We're going to roll up our sleeves, fall back on what we can see, and show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. Okay, so along the lines of the last chart here, we're going to draw this upward parallel channel. And again, just to draw that accurately, you're looking for more data points. Support becomes resistance. Resistance becomes support. So down here, maybe this, I guess this is a tricky one. We could draw that or there. We'll widen it later. I'm looking for resistance areas. This is the parallel channel for now, going higher. So we really have to watch this. We need to see a break above that. We saw this breakout here, a throw over and then down. ERI bearish was a bit of a warning sign, kind of. We didn't even get up into this sell block, but I have this alert from all the way back here in April. Total market cap crossing up 3.6 trillion, danger zone. This is going to see, we'll see a pullback here. So when we get up in that range, excuse me, maybe that's end of June where I was saying we'd have a pullback. Now, this doesn't feel like that would be Bitcoin 150K, so I'm starting to question those targets. We will most likely, if not invariably, see when we move up there, this, boom, you know, maybe that retest go, but I don't know. We'll leave it there. What do you guys think? David, what do you think? Well, you know, you're looking at a lot of data as well. So anyway, total market 2, let's keep things moving. Look at that, you guys. Now, why is that so blood red versus total 1? This is Ethereum. Predominantly Ethereum. I don't think Ethereum looks good at all. This is total market cap, including Ethereum, but there's a lot of sell pressure here, and I think it's Ethereum because if we go to total 3, it's not nearly as bad. So, you know, we have to be kind of those that forensic detective there investigating the murder. Where did all the blood come from? All that red? Who's it? Where is it coming from? I think Ethereum. So now this fractal here that I drew was kind of interesting. I said, you know, probably isn't going to be that easy, and it probably isn't, but let's just see if it matches up at all. Look at that, though. It kind of matches that much. So we'll see. This is total 3 excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. What would that mean? Solana could carry this, and some of the others, maybe Chainlink is in here, but Solana's really got the largest market cap in that, without Ethereum, without Bitcoin. So we're watching for this. Now, what do we want to look at? This leads me to think, let's look at Sol dominance. What's happening here? ETH dominance is starting to pick up. Sol dominance, not really. These are, so I will want to watch that, but I have alerts here right in there. Total 3 crossing up 950 billion by alts. That's where altcoin season or an altcoin rally is sort of on the table. You know, look, I think it's fair to say that this cycle is different, and we are up against, this is my own original thought here in Spidey sense, the AI algos. AI is getting so much more advanced. From a business standpoint, some of the AI we're using and seeing is incredible. Metcalfe's law is now accelerating with AI, and I watched an interesting panel at the Bitcoin conference, and the guys were talking about AI and programming. You guys know I'm building a SaaS. I pulled one of the speakers off after they were done, and I said, I have a software as a service. It's 1 million lines or so of PHP and no framework. It's a little buggy. I needed to get it on current frameworks and have some Web3. So basically I said, can I drop that into one of the programming AIs you mentioned and have it rewrite it? Are we there yet? He said, we're there yet. We're there. He's like, I would drop in a segment at a time, let it learn and not drop it all in there. But that is mind blowing. Because if anyone's built software, it is super buggy. Like, I've spent probably close to $1 million on this thing over the last 15 years. Yeah, I know. And then only to have someone else go in and steal a bunch of my ideas and build a $100 million company. Hey, it's business. My new ideas are good, but I don't have that kind of money to put into it, and I won't. If I could drop that in and have AI build it, hey, I'm excited, and that may be what I go run off and do in the bear market, you guys. I don't know. This whole thing, we don't know how bad it's going to be, and I just want to remind you, Do not fall into the false sense of security on the way up that everything's hunky-dory, and you want to protect your gains. And we want to get out early and make sure we have enough for when the bear market comes. Okay, it's not going to be pretty. We have commercial real estate bubble. We have the residential real estate bubble, much worse than 2008. We have credit card defaults hitting new highs. David, I know you're tracking that. And consumer spending, all of these things in the everything bubble. And summer's calling for that super cycle. Can you afford to be wrong? And so I have a bear market plan. I am working with Joe on that. Hopefully we get it done. It will be using options. I might be doing some swing day trading on the way down at low margin, but we've got to pick up the speed a little bit and be ready, be prepared. So let's see, KS bear market before Truth Social Bitcoin ETF is approved or after. I don't know, KS. That is. Will another Bitcoin ETF really make that much of a difference? I think the Trump following would certainly pour into that, but the smart money has been buying MicroStrategy, which has 300% gains over Bitcoin. And I did post something in chat today that there's a new potential. Let's see, where did that go? What was it? It was a new. Let's see, builder AI. Yes. MicroStrategy, I saw this on Twitter X last night. Strategy is offering a new preferred stock, perpetual preferred stock. I guess that's a leveraged futures stock. It's a little bit unclear. To select investors called STRD. Guys, there's a lot of leverage in the system now, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I want to touch on that. That's why there's so much volatility. And I want to reframe the way this cycle's most likely going to be. A lot of people saying it's like 2017, we'll have the blow off top, it's straight up and up only. I don't think so. The bulls and the bears, remember that tug of war, green team, red team. These guys, they need to make money on the way up. And the professionals are here. There's an Italian restaurant on the end that have these great t-shirts, and they have a t-shirt that says, the Italians are here. And they make great pasta. So, but point being, the professionals are here. They're controlling these ebbs and flows. Bitcoin's a Wall Street product. Futures, options, derivatives, you name it. ETFs. So what that means is, as we pump, the professionals are going to use those derivatives to pull it down. They're going to be banking profits as we retail come running in with FOMO. And I want to put it on your radar because we need to be taking profits on the way up. All of these, when I posted on Facebook, I just sold all my Bitcoin at 110K. Okay. And I heard it from all the Bitcoin maxis, my friends, my Facebook friends, oh yeah, you're going to miss out. And then we pumped to 112K and people were like, oh, I bet you're buying back now. And I said, nope. Where are we now? 105. And I think that's going to be the name of the game. We're going to swing trade this thing. Now, there may be a blow off top. I just think we're going to zigzag a bit on the way up. And Solana, I'm going to trade. Not all of it. I don't want to miss Solana again. Yeah, thanks, KS. So, and David's saying, Diogenes there, leverage is going to make the crash worse. Yeah, these markets are highly levered, you guys. So what I'm specifically saying is for you sort of newbie, I affectionately call some of you still newbie mindsets, that greed, it's going to be so hard. We have to use our sell signals, our Bollinger Bands, our sell blocks, some Fibonacci's. I'll be guiding you as best I can. Please mentally prepare to sell some, maybe half at least, into these areas. And it's going to feel like, oh, what if I'm wrong? What if it goes up 1,000%? I know, but how many times have we kind of felt that and been wrong? That's why on the balance of probabilities, I'm not doing that anymore. And if we get to 150K, I'm going to be out waiting for a pullback. And if we go to 200K, I'm going to be out. Maybe play around with some profits, but this thing's not going up forever. And I posted a video where I think there's a chance we're not bullish enough, but we have to be. Look, we ready to buy those pullbacks. At least I'd say half. I'm supposed to say not financial advice, but one to many, I can say that. If any one of you say, should I do this? I can't answer that. One to many, educational purposes only. What the charts are telling me, just I'm going to say I told you so. If you're whining and crying when you come back, and this is some tough love here, we are going to publicly say I told you so. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, but well, maybe not. Just point is, be ready. Okay, so here we are, total market cap 3. This is not really drawn to scale. I'm just kind of showing what the pattern could look like. This is a fractal from a prior pattern. We are on total market 3. This is the altcoin market. We are putting in sort of this third angle, right? The parabola. Let me explain what this is. The third angle, there's sometimes a fourth angle. This is for alts, okay? If we start to see this, I'm going to move it over a bit. We'll massage it as needed. What if this does play out? And again, I pulled this from a prior area. I can't remember when. And we're kind of seeing the same kind of zigzag there. So we've pulled back. Let's say this is the third angle of support in the parabola. And we zigzag a bit. We break out of the sell zone. We'll come back and retest it. Push right through this sell block. This is altcoins running. End of May. Pulling back here, creating that fourth and final angle for the parabola, shoot up, retest it a few times, and then it's over. Do that. I'm doing this for dramatic effect because some of you, and look, I don't mean to point fingers. I think all of us, it is hard. Me too. I questioned my decision to sell Bitcoin at 110 when it pushed to 112. Like, maybe I messed up there. But I justified it with alts going up at a higher percentage. We're going to get to that. The goal of trading is to catch that middle 80%. Now, we've been pretty good at catching the bottoms and the tops. Hey, this is Brett from Moonstream. If you'd like to learn more about our pro trading signals or our live classes every Wednesday or our Retire Rich program, go over to moonstream.io/start.